Hello and welcome to part 10 of Let's Play Romance of the Three Kingdoms 11 with Metal Hunter. So if you were watching the last one, I made a huge blunder and accidentally accepted the ceasefire from Wang Lang. I thought about it a bit. I'm going to just eat it. I'm going to keep my guys here in the field. They're probably going to eat through more food than I want them to, but hopefully we can take this city pretty quick. I don't know what the repercussions are of having units next to an enemy city when you come out of ceasefire. But I don't think it's anything like canceling an alliance, so we should be okay. So in the meantime, I'm just going to get a guy over to Rushu, probably Sun Jiao, because he's got the transport skill, and then get him to Rushu to get the 4,900 gold there to Jianyi, and then use that to buy some food to replace the food that I'm just needlessly throwing away. But it's not a huge deal, because I've got some other stuff to keep me occupied up here while we do that. So we'll go on with it then. Okay, so I guess I didn't even bother to do my moves at the end of the turn when time ran out there, so let's just pick that up here. Spears, I don't know if it matters if we're on swamp actually, but we'll rake him onto the swamp. Well, and the reason Lu Meng didn't get his crit portrait last time, I think, is I was saying before, some officers have an old face and a young face, and Lu Meng is one of them. So I had the alternate crit portrait, I guess, set to his young face, not realizing that it wouldn't work for just the general period. It goes particularly by their young face or old face. So I've now gone back into the game files and put the crit portrait in for the old face. So next time he crits, we should see a cool fan-altered portrait there. Now, it's not so bad when Sun Jian actually misses a tactic because he has Exterminate. And Exterminate, I believe, just does really good damage in normal attacks against units with lower war. He's got a 90, so I guess it doesn't really particularly apply to Xiahou Dun, but yeah, Exterminate. Stronger attack versus weaker units. Alright, now I'm going to march out one more unit here because I actually have officers to use. Particularly Jian Qin, who's an archer general. We can send him out with Zhuge Jin, and send him out with Han Dang anyway. We're going to get a crit portrait either way here. And 7,000 more bows is always good. We'll just attack him, hopefully capture him. Oh, not quite, but he will die next turn for sure. And then we're going to watch these guys eat through a lot of food, unfortunately. So 10,052 food before end of turn on him. Alright, we're gonna move to Rushu. He's gonna do Sun Jiao, but I think propulsion might be better. I'm not sure if transport works on the oh, we'll do it with seamanship and transport. I'm not sure if transport works in the water, so we'll send them to Rushu, and then we can sail them out with about 4,900 gold. So I'm just going to see kind of what food I'm looking at. So 10,052. Because, I mean, there is a good chance. Interesting. Okay, so Wang Lang is just going to attack Lu Bu. So 10,052, yeah, so about 700. I have enough food, I think, on these units to keep them in the field long enough. And then we'll just attack Wu, and then we'll hopefully get more food supplies out here quick. So without forgetting, let's send a transport unit with both these guys here. Send 300 troops. Oh, not 3,000, 300. The majority of the gold and some of the foods. And then what I'll do is just dispatch a transport unit to sit outside the city, much like I did last time. Alright, so Yue Jin must have attacked one of our guys. Alright, so we'll rush here. Yeah, we're making quick work of this unit, so... I think we can just move in for a quick attack here. I don't know if it'll kill him, but... And then we'll move Hui Ji up. He's pikes with a pike general versus Xu Huang, but I think Xu Huang's war is too high for sure. Yeah, 92 war. He's become quickly one of my favorites. I've said this multiple times, but Divine Spears with a high war, and he's actually decently intelligent on his own. Yeah, an int of 81. Xu Huang's just badass written all over him, so... And... Perfect. Seems really ballsy, I would say, I guess, for him to be attacking this port. Maybe Tang Bin was coming down to attack Wang Lang anyway. I noticed he marched out a turn after we started getting adjacent to his port, but we never got word that he was coming to attack our city or anything, so maybe that's what this is. And I guess I can move these guys up a little bit closer. Just prepping for when this ceasefire ends. This moronic ceasefire that I accepted. Alright, so he's going to auto-move, and Xu Huang is going to go down very quickly here. I don't know if this is going to matter, if this is still going to get us close enough. Yep, perfect. Oh, that didn't work out. Perfect, so we get support from Han Dang's unit. And we're going to make quick work of that, and we're not going to have very many casualties to show for it, and he's, you know, thrown about 12,000, 16,000 troops at us, so nothing wrong with that. Right now I've got action points building up like crazy, but I don't know that that's a bad thing. I can start throwing them into some of these here. What do I do next? I've already reinforced axles. I guess if anything I was going to do drill spears next probably, so I don't know that I have the right guys to be doing drill spears. Oh, this is fine. So we'll spend 1,000 gold and 1,000 TP on it. And advance our turn. Sun Shin. Quite the portrait this guy's got. And he's not very good, but... Zhang Wen. Oh, actually pretty good political officer. That one's not too bad. Alright, Chuan Chujian, no longer hostile. Don't know what happened there, but... Alright, so we'll make quick work of this unit here. Failing these tactics like crazy. Alright, we can send our guys back home. We didn't end up capturing any of the enemy officers, but Xu Huang is fairly loyal. Xiahou Dun, I've never even seen his loyalty dip below 100 when I've taken him prisoner before, as long as Cao Cao's alive at least. They're actually cousins as far as the game is concerned. I think Cao Cao was actually a Xiahou, but was adopted by a Cao, so that's why the relation is there. So his loyalty won't go down. Yue Jin was one of the 5 generals of Wei as well. His loyalty is very hard to get down, so they would end up escaping before I got to employ them anyway. So if he wants, he can send them back out at me a few times. I don't mind that. Makes for good fights. Alright. I actually just want to make a huge stockpile here and then use it to feed adjacent cities rather than building the facilities to manufacture arms in all of them. And I think even though I started out with all markets, by the time I actually get to developing these squares, which I could be doing now actually, I'll have enough gold to do that. I'll send some political officers to Jianye really quick. I'm going to do a lot of farming down here, since these 3 cities are going to be pretty much unassailable, because I'll have cities on the mainland to defend them, and it's very awkward to actually attack through Chua here, because like I stated before, he's got to come all the way around this peninsula and stuff, and it's very easy to defend. So I might actually just turn these into farms, and then set them to an automated district, and then just have them transport to my #1 district up here, and then use that to springboard my expansion over here into Jing province. Alright, so I said I was going to move some officers, so alright, so decent political officers I definitely want to be moving, but not Wu Go Tai because she has benevolent rule, and I'm going to have more officers in this city, so I think we can just send these guys here. They're like not great political officers, but they'll get the job done. Yeah, that's probably fine. I think it's only 10 days. Yep. 10 days. And this transport unit's getting close, so... Alright, we'll chase down Shu Huang and just finish him off for the deeds. Let's see if we can actually award any of these guys ranks again here. Oh, it doesn't matter. I've filled it up. Forgot about that. Force info. Diplomacy. We'll see how long this ceasefire's left. 2 more turns. Okay, that's cool. We'll have them remain for now. And then Sun Huan can go, and Xinjing, I guess. We'll just send out a bunch of food. And a bit of gold. Doesn't need to be too much. And luckily this port is also affecting Fuqian's movement as well, so I can send Huang Gai up here to deal with him. I don't want him attacking our transport unit, so this transport unit is probably just going to stay put for a turn or 2 there. Oh, outfitting. Let's not forget what we're doing here. Actually, I guess I can burn through some of these action points, or AP. Just have a look. Alright, not much going on there. So I think we had a bunch of guys get here. Yeah, so our political officers did arrive. So let's develop some of these squares. We'll start with a granary. And we'll do that right here, so we can get as many farms around it as possible. Yeah, 30 days is about what I expected with a bunch of 60 and 70 politics on these officers. I'm going to quickly go ahead and save it. So finished drilled spears. And Yongkai's army has been wiped out. Looks like Meng Huo has done that. Ding Yuan taken out by Jiang Yang. Ding Yuan was actually Lu Bu's adoptive father. In the book, Lu Bu is incited to, or enticed to, murder him and join Dong Zhuo. Dong Zhuo promises him the red hair, and so Lu Bu kills Ding Yuan and then goes over to Dong Zhuo and becomes his most fierce warrior, and is one of the main reasons Dong Zhuo is able to wield power in the capital for so long, because he's got the mightiest warrior in China to back him up. Alright, I don't think 1 square is going to make too much of a difference. Actually, we'll set him up here too, and then I guess the 300 troops bought the drill down a little bit there. And he hasn't done much for troops here. He hasn't really drafted too many, so... Luckily, they didn't really destroy any of our stuff here, so I don't have to redevelop those squares. I probably will send a unit out in a little bit to rebuild these archer turrets. I half suspect they attacked me in the first place because I actually built on some tiles close to their city. There seems to be a range if you get within it with structures or units. They will come after you. Alright, so the ceasefire is ending really soon. Alright, so Lujiang is getting a plentiful harvest. Oh, okay, so unfortunately it is just like if you have an alliance with them, we're going to be confused for at least 2 or 3 turns here, I think. Which is even worse, because we're already digging into our food in a way that I don't want to. Yeah, Sun Ce started with 10,000, he's down to 6,000. We should still be able to do this, though. Yeah, so these have moved away. I guess they're not confused. They're misinformed, I believe, is what the term is, but... And once he gets to the city, I guess I can start drilling now. It won't matter. We'll just get those last 8,000 up with the rest of them. And we get to burn through some of our banked up points, because the harvest means that we need to inspect. And I don't know if we need to reward anyone still. Nope. Let's see who we have that still hasn't moved. Just Sun Huan's unit. Well, Fuchan's just happy to keep going, doing what he's doing, so... At least the zone of control around this port is stopping us from getting too far. Oh, I still am embarrassed by that. I can't believe I did that on camera, too. I hate that. Alright. Alright, so what did it say our will is at? Our will is almost there. And how much equipment do we have? Could stand to use a little bit more for pikes. Maybe a few more spears. And I think we're going to do a bit more developing here because our farm's finished. And I think one more turn for that granary. Yeah, one more turn. There we go. All recovered. I still can't use them this turn. You can't use them the turn they come out of it, but... guess we don't have a transporter, but we'll use Sun Shao. Send a little bit of food. We don't need to send too much equipment right now. And then we'll start assailing the city. Han Xuan was given the title. So Han Xuan took the city from Jinchuan down in southern Jing, I believe that is, over here. Alright, so we can finally start attacking some guys. Actually, we'll just get in and attack him close because I don't want to waste any time not going. Might as well try and employ him. 85 war with vehemence is pretty good. I don't mind that at all. So we'll take him prisoner. And I believe that's all of them moved there, and then we can move our transport unit close. Alright, it looks like that's time, but because I had to wait it out with the ceasefire, I'm actually going to let this video go a little bit longer. We're going to start assaulting that city. I actually want to take it before I finish this video, so I'm going to quickly march out a unit. I just need only about 5,000 troops here. Send out the same guys we did before. Send them out to, say, 3,000 gold. We're just going to use this as another a building unit. I'm going to put in another 2 towers and another fire trap, but I'm going to leave the fire trap a little bit further back since that didn't work out too well for me last time. Since I'm making this a farm heartland for my, I guess, blooming empire, I somewhat regret executing Yuan Shu, but I still hate the guy enough that I don't know if having him in my force would offset the fact that I just hate him that much. Anyway, let's advance here and start moving in on this city. I'm going to have to do this fast, though, because these guys are running out of food very quickly. Alright, that one's automated, so I won't need to deal with that one so much. Alright, we need to reward a few people who are probably in Shou Chun. So I wonder if rumors were spread there? I'm not sure. Oh no, these are the guys that joined us already, so their loyalty won't go down, but it doesn't start at the max value, so guess I could put that. I don't know if I need another granary, since the granary will only actually, you can only affect squares with 1 granary even if they're next to 2 of them, so alright. Sun Dun has something to discuss. I will arrange to employ. I will not watch the debate. So we lost the debate against him. Not a big deal. Alright, so I might actually just throw guys at the walls here. I am going to fire here because I might get a chain reaction. Yeah, chain reaction. So double fire. And then I will penetrate. And then we'll quickly move this unit up, and I will start using fire attacks later. But this city is going to fall really fast. It's got very few hit points. And then I'm just going to muster everybody. I'm going to drill them really quick and then just march down here. I don't care that I'm going to be leaving it fairly empty troop-wise. I don't expect anyone to be coming through here. Maybe Lu Bu would move his guy from Zhengguo down here, but not too worried about that right now. Okay. Getting started on the turret. I guess I don't actually have to tell him to repair. I believe if he's next to it and was told to build it, he will auto-repair it if I don't tell him to do anything, so... Alright, so one attack ought to take this down. So we got Zhou Tai and Lu Xun, one guy is in Shangjiang, and Shu Sheng. Alright, let's just get him close and attack it here, since I'd rather Jilin, and since I get the deeds from it. Alright, let's just try and employ all these guys. Oh, just the one, with a 7 war and a 20 leadership. But Feng Shui can be okay. Sometimes the plague and the locust can really hit your city, so we'll just release him. I'm not going to take him prisoner. we'll get him in the next city. And sweet, Sun Huang can actually reach. So we'll have them remain, and we're going to have enough food, I think, to march out more troops. And this one's going to be a little bit more difficult to take, even with 23,000 troops, so I don't think it'll be too much. We'll have to defeat about 15,000 in the field. And, yeah, we should have enough. Like, if I use my equipment properly, we should be okay. So, yeah, and even worst case, like, I can actually make some horses. I don't know that I have anyone who's great at cavalry here. Fujian, but he is a captive. So Sun Ce is good with cavalry. So, I mean, worst case, I can do a couple. I can take, yeah, I have enough gold, I think, to do two rounds of outfitting cavalry. So, anyway, I will leave the video there for now, and when I pick up next time, we will finish taking the rest of these cities below the river, and I will start developing it, and then I will move on. And I'm not sure what my next move will be. Like, I do want to move this way and take out Jiangsha, and then take out these 4 cities here, like Lingling, Chaisang, Changsha, Guiyang. Yeah, I'll give Lu Bu and Cao Cao a little bit more time to expand, even though they don't seem keen on doing that. But anyhow, I'll end it here, and we'll pick it up next time. Thanks for watching.